In a small and peaceful village in France, life moved at a slow and gentle pace. The streets were quiet, the houses lined with flowers, and the air carried the soft scent of fresh bread from the local bakery. People knew each other well, and every day felt much like the one before, until something happened that would change the way the villagers saw the world forever. It began in the middle of the afternoon, when the sun was high and the shadows were short. A little girl from the village, dressed in a simple cotton dress and playing along the narrow cobblestone street, suddenly stopped and lifted her gaze toward the open sky. She felt something unusual in the air, as if the whole world around her had fallen silent. Even the wind seemed to pause, and a warm, gentle light began to fill the space around her. The feeling wrapped her like a soft blanket, making her forget everything else. If this story has touched your heart or made you think about the mysteries of heaven, we invite you to share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Tell us what you felt, what you believe it could mean, or if you have ever witnessed something similar in your own life. Your voice matters, and your words might inspire or comfort someone else who reads them. We also ask you to help us spread this message by sharing this video with your friends and family, so that more people can hear about this powerful moment. If you wish to show your support and stand in faith with us, write Amen in the comments. In a quiet little town nestled between soft rolling hills and fields full of wildflowers, life moved slowly and gently. It was the kind of place where everyone knew each other's names, and days often felt the same, peaceful and calm. One afternoon, when the sun was starting to spread its warm golden light over the rooftops, and the air was fresh with the scent of blooming flowers, a young girl named Claire was walking home from school. Her thoughts were still busy with the stories and lessons from that day, but she also noticed all the little things around her, the way the leaves danced softly in the breeze and the distant chirping of birds singing their songs. Claire was curious about the world. She often stopped to look at trees or watch clouds slowly drifting across the sky, finding magic in the simplest moments. On this day, as she looked up, something caught her eye that made her stop right where she was. Far above her, high in the blue sky, clouds were moving lazily, but one shape began to form slowly and clearly. It was soft, gentle, and bright at the same time, shining with a calm power that made Claire's heart beat faster but feel peaceful all at once. She knew deep inside, without any doubt, that she was seeing Our Lady. Excited and filled with wonder, Claire hurried through the quiet streets, her feet almost floating as she ran home, eager to tell her parents what she had seen. When she burst through the door, her words spilled out quickly, full of joy and amazement. But her parents listened with kind eyes, though they seemed unsure and quiet. They didn't quite believe her, thinking maybe she had imagined it or mistaken a cloud for something special. Claire felt a little sad, but deep inside, she knew what she had experienced was real and nothing could change that truth. Then, as if the vision had followed her inside, a soft light appeared in the room. It was not like the ordinary light from a lamp or the sun. It was gentle and shimmering, glowing like a candle but alive and moving softly. The light drifted slowly until it touched Claire's chest, and then, as if by magic, it disappeared into her heart. Suddenly, warmth spread through her body, flowing from her chest to her arms, fingertips, and even the air she breathed. The light wrapped around her heart like a gentle hug, filling her with a deep peace that made her whole body relax. Her face softened, and her eyes began to shine with a new kind of brightness, a glow that seemed almost from another world. She was no longer just Claire. It was as if Our Lady herself had come to live inside her. Claire's parents saw the change right away. Their little girl, who had been lively and excited just moments before, now moved quietly and gracefully, as if guided by a gentle, unseen hand. She walked slowly through the house, her hands folded and her steps careful. Her eyes looked calm and wise, as if she could see beyond the walls and into things that others could not. It was like she had been touched by an ancient knowledge, something old and holy that made her different. As she moved, she touched the things around her with great care and love. She paused at the door to bless it quietly, brushed her fingers gently over her mother's shoulder, held her father's hand softly, and even touched the old wooden table where they shared their meals. Each touch seemed full of love and respect, like a sacred blessing. A strange feeling filled the house then, something her parents could not explain but could feel deep in their hearts. It was a peaceful feeling that did more than calm the room. It seemed to bring calm and hope to their souls. Claire spoke softly, her words simple but carrying a meaning much bigger than her age could explain. She talked about forgiveness and love, the kind that asks people to be patient and kind to each other. Her words floated gently in the air, wrapping around her parents like a warm and loving hug. Her parents listened carefully, feeling drawn into the quiet and holy moment. They watched as Claire knelt quietly in a corner of the room, her hands held together in prayer, her face lifted gently as if she still saw that shining figure in the clouds. She did not speak, but the peace in her face said more than words ever could. She seemed to be talking with something invisible, her eyes glowing softly, leaving her parents filled with wonder and awe. Time passed, though none of them knew how long, as they stayed in that silent, reverent space. They felt they were in the presence of something much bigger than themselves, something sacred that had touched their lives through their little girl. Slowly, Claire's expression softened, and the light inside her faded gently, like a candle slowly going out. When she opened her eyes and looked at her parents, she was just Claire again, the curious and kind girl they loved, but with a new calmness and depth in her soul that had not been there before. She smiled at them, a little confused but peaceful, as if a small part of heaven had come to live inside her. From that day forward, the story of Claire and her vision spread quietly through the village. People whispered about the miracle that had touched their small town, about the child who had seen Our Lady and carried a holy light within her. Some believed the story fully, while others doubted, but all felt that, in some way, their lives had been touched by something divine. That gentle blessing stayed in their hearts, changing the village forever. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this story. We truly appreciate your kindness and your open heart in listening to something so special. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps us share more stories that inspire hope and faith. Please feel free to leave your thoughts or experiences in the comments. We love hearing from you. May peace and blessings be with you always. Thank you again for being here with us.